So, you're going to the gym. You're taking your gym bag, maybe a little bit of pre-workout, maybe just some water, and you're taking your headset and your phone. You're going inside the gym, doing some exercises. The first thing you do is check your phone. See, that's already where it's going wrong in the first few seconds. So let me explain. Listening to music is great, right? It gives a lot of dopamine. It helps you be motivated during the gym workout. It helps you be happier during the gym workout. And basically music is an overall booster of things that you do in a normal life. It boosts your dopamine levels. Your dopamine levels will peak. But what a lot of people don't know is that when the dopamine levels peak, they peak higher because of the music. They go down, and not on the baseline because you have a dopamine baseline, but they will go down below the baseline. That's basically in bro science explained. What happens with dopamine when you listen to music and you do something that already gives you dopamine. So you're basically stacking dopamine uses. This is something that Andrew Huberman talked about in his dopamine scientific podcast. You can watch that podcast in full length. He will explain the actual meaning of dopamine, what it is and what it will do, and how these peaks and baseline work. I'm just explaining to you in bro science. So take everything I say in this video with a small grain of salt, because it might be a little bit different in actual terms and actual meaning of some words. So why am I telling you this is wrong? I'm telling you this is wrong when you do it all the time. When you always taking your phone with you to the gym, always listening to music when you're in the gym. Or it could even be with work. If you're always listening to music when you're working, or always listening to a podcast when you're working, you're stacking up multiple dopamine sources, which means the actual source where you started with, so that could be the gym or could be your work, is less fun anymore, and you will not enjoy it as much because your dopamine baseline for that is lower. So you have a baseline and you have a peak of dopamine and you have a drop in dopamine. Your baseline is where your dopamine levels are right now. It's like in a pool. You have to imagine a small pool where all your dopamine is in, and it will release it accordingly to the things that you do. But when you have all these peaks, your dopamine will be used and it will go down below baseline because you basically used up a lot of dopamine out of that set pool. So it will be below baseline, and that will be your new baseline. So what happens when you go to the gym? Yeah, and you kind of enjoy the pain, or you're enjoying the gym, you will get dopamine peak. But the dopamine peak will not nearly be as high as when you're listening to music or when you're texting during the gym. Your dopamine level will go up, and then once you're done with the gym, it will skyrocket down to below baseline because you've used up a lot of dopamine. And when you go to the gym next time, the gym will be less fun, and you need to be able to be on your phone and listen to music to actually enjoy the gym and still be motivated to go to the gym. Because as found out recently, dopamine is not actually the pleasure itself. It's actually the motivation and the drive towards said pleasure and set pains that you want to go to. So when you're listening to music or texting, you're just basically stacking a lot of high dopamine sources on each other, which makes a huge peak and a huge drop. So why am I telling you this? Why am I explaining this to you? Because what I want to get through your head is maybe sometimes, and I do this actually out of half of my workouts, I don't listen to music, I don't take my phone. So half of my workouts are without, and some of my workouts are with music. Of course you can listen to music in the room because a lot of gyms have that. That's not the issue there. The biggest issue is music that you choose and the phone that you're texting on. Because if it's music you do not choose, you don't get as much of a dopamine peak. Which means your dopamine peak will just be accordingly to the gym. And the gym will stay fun, you will stay motivated to go, and you will stay drived to go to the gym. Instead of going to the gym with, I don't really feel like it. You still have to go, of course, and through pain, because your dopamine will drop and go up. Because that's also a thing, when you go through pain, the dopamine will first go down and then it will go up. So that's also a really good thing. Like with cold showers, the dopamine levels will actually rise up a lot. And that's why I recommend you do cold showers at least 3 times a week. The dopamine level will go up and it will stay above baseline for about 3 hours. Rise down a little bit and the baseline will be renewed and higher than it was before. So that's a really good thing. That's the same with the gym. Your dopamine baseline will go up if you go through pain, through PR. But when you have music on, your dopamine will still peak. So it will go below baseline. So that's basic bro science. Again, if you want to have the full scientific words and the full scientific research, then I would definitely recommend Andrew Huberman's podcast. Link is down in the bio. This video is basically about not putting on the headphones every time you go to the gym. Try to force yourself to not take the headphones on, not take your phone with you to the gym all of the time. So the gym will stay motivating, the gym will be easier to stay disciplined at, and the gym will be much funner. And that means you will get more gains, of course, because if you are way more focused on the gym, you have way more focus because you don't listen to the music, you're not on your phone, you get way more gains, so you get bigger, more aesthetic, and get more out of your workouts. So music is definitely a good motivator, but don't overuse it. Because music is actually something that can ruin your dopamine levels, ruin your motivation, ruin your focus, if listened to too much when you're stacking it upon things. So if you're stacking it without things, and you're just listening to music, it's less damaging, of course. But when you're stacking dopamine things, that's really bad. And I would recommend doing it less or not at all. I do it sometimes. I'm guilty of it as well. I listen to music in the gym. I really like it, of course. But I try to limit it as much as possible so the gym will stay good and fun and focused for me. So I would recommend you do the same. So I'm just a small YouTuber who makes videos to motivate you, to give you a better life, a better mental health, better masculinity, a better gym life, and just have a better life overall. So if you would like to subscribe, put in the bell notification. That will be a win-win for both of us. So start going to the gym without your headphones sometimes, and at least do it for half of the time. I would recommend that, or even more is better, and the gym will be way better. And the same with work. Again, if you work, try to limit the amount of dopamine usage you use. So don't take any substances to stay working, or don't listen to music, so you will stay motivated and you don't think, and the progress will actually stay good, fun and focused. Alright, work out every day, be proud of yourself every day, and I will see you later.